Hello, Hookah.org. It is Paul here once again with another video for you. This one is a little bit different. It is going to be a guide to the top 3 hookah tobacco flavors that I think you should have on hand for a first date. Now, a first date is a bit of a delicate procedure that I suggest handling with care. I like to plan things out in advance, but you need to make sure not to get a little too caught up in making sure that everything is absolutely perfect. What you want to do is just lay out the groundwork so that you know what you're doing in advance and you can avoid as many stumbles and trip-ups as you possibly can. Now, if you're going to include hookah in your first date, my suggestions are that you start mining for information early. Figure out what kind of flavors your date actually likes, whether it be fruity or savory, and always make sure to ask about allergies. Remember that a lot of hookah tobacco uses natural flavorings, and that means that you're going to end up putting someone in the ER if you're not careful. I know that sounds extreme, but I really don't think that any good date winds up at the hospital at the end. So if you're going to be smoking things with, like, say, I don't know, hookah peanut butter, you might want to check if she or he has a peanut allergy. It's a pretty simple concept, but you'd be surprised how easy it is to forget such things. Now, when it comes to actual flavors that I suggest, you want to try and choose things that are approachable. You want to try and choose things that aren't going to be overly complex, that aren't going to draw the mind away from the person in front of you. So my first suggestion is one that I've had great success in the past in social situations as well as actual dates. Alfaker Golden Rose. Rose is a great option as it's both sweet and just a little bit exotic. You know, it's what a lot of people think of when they think of something like hookah tobacco. Herbal, spicy, floral, interesting, and unique, and as far away from what most people think about tobacco as you can possibly get. Alfaker Golden Rose, it's seriously one of the best rose flavors on the market. It's a wonderfully bright and accurate rose petal flavor without any soapy or perfume notes that can so quickly ruin a session. The sweet, lemony scent of roses is really beautiful, wonderfully romantic, and it helps to relax everyone in a room. And that is why it is one of my top picks when it comes to first date tobacco. Next is a tobacco that you might not want to call out by name on your first date. This is something girly Biotch. Now, Biotch is a mint mix that I really enjoy. It's not a hypermentholated mix like cane mint or even Nakhla miso mint. So this is something that's going to be more approachable for a light smoker. The mint is realistic. It has a slight complexity to it that I really enjoy. It's got an herbal kind of like mint tea note to it that is really wonderful and relaxing. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with having your breath smell like mint on a first date. See? I'm looking out for you. You don't need to be chewing gum the entire time if you've got mint tobacco in the hookah. Little tips and tricks, people. My third selection is Social Smoke Voltage. It is a really tasty, approachable tobacco that still has some complexity to it. It's a combination of watermelon, lemon, and amaretto, which is actually a sweet almond flavor. Now, the balance of that combination of flavors is really wonderfully achieved, and I find it to be complex enough to catch your attention, but not so complex that it's going to be taking away from the person in front of you. Now, on that same note, the reason I've chosen all 3 of these flavors is because they are very easily managed flavors as well. They're low nicotine, they are low tobacco note, and they are easily heat managed. You don't want to be spending every 3 minutes adjusting the coals and adjusting wind covers and airflow to get the right smoke and the right flavor. No, these are great tobaccos that you can put in the bowl, pack properly, foil up, get the coals on, get a wind cover on, and you're good to go for a very long time, which won't distract you, which won't distract your partner, and reduces the chance for dropped coals and other mishaps like that. Nothing says ruined first date like a burnt down house, or at very least a seared carpet. So that's about it. Remember, this is not an exhaustive list. There are plenty of other amazing tobaccos out there, and I based this list on the idea that you'd be introducing someone new to hookah. Just remember that the most important thing is to listen to the likes and dislikes of your date, and base your selection on those without assuming that you'll know what's best for them. That's advice that will carry you a lot farther on any first date than any list of flavor suggestions. So that's about it. Good luck out there, guys and gals. This is Paul once again for Hookah.org saying thank you very much for joining us. Please go down below, like and subscribe. Check out the forums because that is the only place that you're going to be getting the information you need to enter into our contests that are run by our sponsors every month. So make sure to check those out, make sure to participate in conversations, and make sure to keep an eye on the blog because we've got new content going up all the time. Thanks once again, and happy smoking.